unapologetic gent, man. We're back again. Here to talk about Arsenal and the Kroenkes, man. I know I see a lot of Arsenal fans always complaining about the Kroenkes and how much they care about the club and how much they care about winning and all these things. Looks like they're in for Declan Rice, looking to spend up to $100 million on him. And the crazy thing is about the Kroenkes and Arsenal is if you look at the Kroenkes' history, I think they own about close to $13 billion worth of sports franchises. And all of them except Arsenal have won the biggest honors. So they own the Los Angeles Rams, they own the Colorado Avalanche, they own the Denver Nuggets, they own the lacrosse team, I can't think of the name of it, that's also located in Colorado. And in the last 18 months, all of those teams have won a championship. So, and one of the Kroenkes, I think the younger brother was a Division I basketball player, I believe, as well. So they're very tied to sports. I think the difference is in European soccer and the Premier League in particular, the financial model is just different. Like when you own an NFL team or NBA team, you don't lose money. The profits just keep going up. The TV revenue keeps going up. I think the NFL had like 16 or 17 billion in profit, right? Whereas a lot of European teams and Premier League teams spend to try to keep up and operate at losses. Even clubs as big as Manchester United that have like close to $1 billion in debt, right? That doesn't exist for our sports in America. So I think that's the fundamental difference when you have businessmen owning teams, and a lot of the prominent teams in Europe are owned by Americans or the Qataris, the Saudis, and the Arab billionaires. So. And I think the biggest difference is a lot of the Arab billionaires who inherited their wealth through oil, they're general fans and they have so much money that they can just throw money at a problem to fix it until the club's profitable. Whereas, especially American owners who own Manchester United, who own Arsenal, who now own Chelsea, and some other clubs around the world, they're businessmen trying to make a profit. Liverpool as well, who own the Red Sox, who have won multiple World Series as well. So Todd Bowley, who's won with the Los Angeles Rams. So all those American guys that own teams have won at the highest level at the other sports that they own in America. And obviously Todd Bowley's over there spending money, but I'm sure a lot of that's predicated on the fact that Roman Abramovich put that in the sale, that he'd have to invest, I think, $1 billion or something into the squad. So we'll see when that ends, will he still invest money in the same way? I doubt it if it doesn't make financial sense. So it's a tough one because obviously the model is different, and a lot of it doesn't really make sense to me in the sense of the way that they pay for transfers, and obviously they're paying guys wages as well. Like that just doesn't exist in America. We have trades. We cut guys, we buy them out, whatever happens to move them on. So I think, I'm not sure how long it's been since they've owned the club outright, but it's been a decent amount of time. Got to be coming up close to a decade. The Kroenkes have owned the team, but they have shown, one, that they know how to hire the right people. Two, they actually care about winning. Three, all of their other sports professional teams have won recently at the highest level. And some of those teams are worth more than Arsenal. So I don't know, man. It's a tough one. Obviously, I know a lot of Arsenal fans, a lot of guys that complain about the Kroenkes, but they're businessmen and they just do what they do. I think this year will be a telltale sign on how much money they spend if they get Declan Rice over the line, if they try to get a Caicedo or someone else like that in the midfield to compete. Because obviously, Manchester City, they're gonna reinvest. Manchester United looks like it's gonna be taken over by the Qataris. They're gonna probably spend 300-400 million. So to keep up with the Joneses in the Premier League, the Kroenke's got to spend. I just don't know how much financial sense it makes to a businessman who's trying to operate at a profit while caring about winning as well. So maybe the Premier League has to start to look into a salary cap. And I don't necessarily mean a salary cap for individual players, but maybe, kind of has how the NFL and the NBA has it, where you got max guys and then you got guys making way under to meet that salary cap, to make it more financially viable, to make sense for the Kroenkes. And I think that can really be the only issue, is that where they pump money and they want to make sure, and obviously the value of Arsenal keeps going on and going and going. So what they bought it for and what they'll sell it for, if they ever do sell it, they'll make an exponentially more amount of money than they purchased it for. So that goes without saying. But I think Arsenal fans get frustrated because they just don't spend money like PSG, or even the way the Glazers did in Manchester United. But the Glazers take out money, take out loans. Their club's operating in debt. Is that how you want to operate, your club, Arsenal? I don't know if that's the best way. So, and obviously, Newcastle just got Arab owners as well. So it's going to be interesting, man. I would just say Arsenal fans from over here in America, it looks like they care about sports, and it just has to make financial sense. But it looks like they're willing to splash the cash this year to get you guys over the hump. Not that necessarily means that Arsenal will overtake Man City. I actually don't think Arsenal will finish second, even if they get Rice and Caicedo and someone else. Because I think that the other teams are going to improve so much that it may not matter. So we'll see. But yeah, man, I mean, the Kroenkes, they get a lot of slander. And I get it for diehard Arsenal fans who haven't won any major trophies in since 2000. Major, when I say Champions League or Premier League, I think since 2004, 2003, 2004. So I get the frustration. But they've been close many times with Arsene Wenger and other coaches. So we'll see. They were close this year, bottled it. But can all the blame be on the Kroenkes? I don't know. Because it seems with their other sports business ventures, they take them very seriously and they know how to win. They're patient. They put the right coaches in place, the right general managers in place. So obviously it looks like it's trending in the right direction for Arteta and Edu, but we'll see. But I don't think it's a matter of the Kroenkes not wanting to win, not willing to spend to win. It just the money has to make sense. They don't, even though they're wealthy, they're businessmen. And again, if the numbers don't make sense, they're not just gonna go spend willy-nilly because they're big fans of the club. Let's be honest, rich men buy things because they're profitable, not because they're necessarily diehard fans, and you don't want to operate your club or any business as a fan. So I know I'm kind of defending them, not necessarily want to defend them or not defend them, just pointing out the facts. They're successful at every other business sports venture that they've had, and one of them is married to a Walton, I'm pretty sure, the Walmart dynasty. So they're just doing well in life in general. So that's kind of my 2 cents. I'm hoping they compete this year, makes it a little bit more fun. But hey man, give the Kroenkes at least one more year, I'd say, to see this summer if they're willing to relinquish the funds to get Arsenal over the top, man. And again, it's the Unapologetic Gent. Please like, share, and subscribe. Try to give you guys a video, at least every other day. And I'm out.